Right, so in this series so far, I've covered how to get pots, soil, start your seedlings either for cheap or completely free. And now I'm going to move on to the individual plant part of the series. And what I'll do is with each video that I do, which will be dedicated to just one plant, I'll mention where's best to grow it. So if you are only able to grow on a windowsill, and you know what direction your windowsill is facing, I will be able to tell you whether that plant would be best suited to a south facing window, a north facing window, or an east facing window. And then that way it's just easy for you to go through the videos and go, I can grow this, I can grow this. Or you see the video and you think, you know what, fine, I could grow it, but I wouldn't actually use it, so I'm not going to do that. So it's just kind of like an individual guidebook that you can go through and pick out what you would actually enjoy growing, what would be useful to you, and what would grow in the environment that you have available to you. I'll start this off with teas. So this will be things like lemongrass, mint, lemon balm. You could, in theory, grow a nettle. I drink a lot of nettle tea because I get very anemic very easily. It's unfortunately something that has run in my family for at least 3 generations that I'm aware of. So it's something that I'm hyper vigilant. I can't speak. I can't speak today. Vigilant. There we go. I'm tired, I need a tea. So I'll start off with the teas that you can grow indoors, and then I'm going to move on to the herbs. I will probably start off with very common herbs. I'm so tired. I'm not trying to say turbs, I'm trying to say herbs, but my mouth doesn't work today. So I'll start off with herbs. I'll do things like basil, oregano, thyme. Thyme is a bit of a pain in the neck, but there are ways to force it to germinate, but at this time of the year it can be a bit tricky, but it can be done. And then I'm also going to try and cover as many of the Indian herbs that I have grown myself as well. If there's something that I know that you can grow indoors, but I don't have any experience growing it, I will talk about it a little bit so far as what I know, and then I'll point you in the direction of someone who has actually grown it and knows what they're talking about, because in general I don't like talking about things that I haven't actually done, because it's just too easy to make a mistake and then you say something that you think is true but then it's not true and people think that you know what you're talking about and you don't. So that in general is something that I try and apply to my videos. So I'll cover the herbs. I'll start off with just I guess what typically is Italian herbs. Do the Indian herbs that I know how to grow, like lemongrass. What's the other one that I've got? I've got cumin, I've got something else. And then after that, I'll move on to the salad greens, which are going to save you a fortune because things like lettuce cost a lot of money. So anything that can just try and lessen the effect that inflation is having on all of us.